6 months. That's how long it took the city to forget a hero. But it would take Elena Graves a lifetime to forget her father. Elena stood at the threshold of her childhood home one last time. The walls were bare, the furniture gone. Only the hollow echo of memory remained. Laughter over burnt toast, the smell of cigar smoke from her father's study, her mother humming softly in the kitchen. She wandered the rooms like a stranger in someone else's life. In her father's study, she found a small box tucked behind a false drawer panel. Inside, an old dictaphone cassette, unlabeled, dusty, like a secret hoping never to be found. She hesitated, then pressed play. If you're hearing this, I'm probably gone. I don't expect forgiveness. I just want you to understand. Sarah. She was light, and I snuffed it out. I didn't mean to. But when she threatened to expose the affair, panic, your mother would have left. You'd have hated me. I couldn't lose you both. Jimmy offered to help me. Protect you. He said he'd take the fall if I kept his sister safe. I did. For a while. I buried one truth to protect another. But blood has memory, Elena. It doesn't forget. Elena walked slowly through the cemetery with 3 roses in her hand. She stopped at Sarah Rivers' grave first, bent down, whispered, "You deserved better. From all of us." She placed the first rose. Then she moved to James Connolly's grave. His name now engraved with gold leaf words. Wrongly convicted. Finally cleared. She knelt and laid the second rose gently on the grave. "I will carry your story. I promise." Finally, she stopped at her father's headstone. It had been changed, by her own request. The new inscription read, Thomas Graves, 1948 to 2010. Father, man of law, a man who broke it. She didn't cry. Not this time. Instead, she pulled a small vial from her pocket, a DNA test tube, the one that started it all. She left it by his grave. The blood told the truth, even when you couldn't. And she placed the third rose. Later that week, Elena met Grace Connolly for coffee. It was the first time they had spoken since the exoneration. Grace looked older, worn, but there was something peaceful about her now. "You could have kept quiet, you know," Grace said, sipping slowly. "No one would have ever known. Your daddy's secret would have stayed buried." Elena nodded. "I thought about it," she admitted. "Every day. I almost let him stay a hero. But if I did, what would that make me?" Grace gave a sad smile. "Braver than him. Braver than me." They sat in silence for a long time. No apologies. Just the weight of truth shared between 2 women who lost brothers to the same lie. From the ashes of a tainted legacy, Elena built something new. The Rivers Foundation for Justice, named after her aunt, created not just to clear names, but to expose the systems that protect the powerful and bury the innocent. Her first team was small. A retired forensic expert, paralegal who once served time, a digital analyst fresh out of school. Their mission: to investigate overlooked cases, challenge old evidence, and confront uncomfortable truths, one file at a time. Late one night, Elena sat alone in her new office. Rain tapped against the windows. The city outside was quiet. She opened a new case folder. 1993, male suspect, coerced confession. The victim's autopsy included untested DNA under the fingernails, again. She closed her eyes, remembering Sarah, remembering Jimmy, remembering her father's voice. Blood has memory, Elena. It doesn't forget. She smiled faintly and spoke into the silence. "Let's see what your blood has to say." Elena Graves was born from silence, raised by secrets, forged by betrayal. But she chose truth. And in doing so, she rewrote her family's legacy. Not with shame, but with justice.